Now, for time reference, it's April 2022 now, but when do you feel like you create your best music?
When I'm going through a certain situation in real life, I feel like you create your best music when you write about real life experiences and stuff that people can relate to. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause that's what music is. Good music is relatability. You know, it's not always about a catchy hook or like big record. It's about what people can feel like they could take from
What's,
you. You
what's your creative process like these days?
know, it's pretty, fluid. I find inspiration from anything. I write a line in the middle of Walmart, pull out my phone and write it down, or I might see something that's dope and try to, make it coincide with what I'm thinking about as far as the concept. So it's pretty fluent right now.
Is it just writing, or do you freestyle punch in as well?
I do that sometime. I'm trying to get better with that as far as not writing, because I would definitely want to tap into that. But I've done it before for sure.
Writing, you mentioned a phone. Do you ever use pen and pad?
I ain't used pen and pad in a minute. I just recently did my last recording session, and it felt real good. But I've been in the phone for a minute.
Don't know if this is fair or unfair to ask because this was a recent description you mentioned, but did you notice any difference musically, writing pen and pad that recent time versus on the phone?
Nah, it just felt better writing in the pad. Like, it just felt nostalgic. Like, it brought back memories. That's how I started writing in the pad. Then when technology hit, everything is at the tip of your finger, so you kind of get used to the phone.
Because you do freestyle and punch in as well, maybe not as much, but if there was a pie chart of 100%, what percentage would you say writing versus freestyle punch in at this point? Rough estimate.
I would say 70, 80% writing, 20% punching and freestyle.
And how do you decide?
It's just a feel, whatever I feel like. If I feel like I can go in and catch a vibe without writing it, without even thinking about it, I do it. But most of the time, I write it down because I'm writing down concepts and writing down ideas. So I just continue.
Notice any difference in the actual music when you write versus freestyle punch in?
Nah, it's all the same. Shit hard. It's all hard.
Because you were writing at first, what led you to freestyle and punch in?
Wayne. Little fucking Wayne, man. Absolutely. And Hove. Wayne and Hove. Wayne and Jay, for sure. I seen some shit when I got a little bit older with Wayne. He did 10,000 bars, and he actually recorded everything he ever written so he wouldn't write again. I just thought that was the sickest shit in the world. And then Hove, that nigga don't write at all. So it was just like, man, these guys I look up to, idolize in this music shit. So I was just like, man, let me try to tap in.
Have you ever had a chance to meet Wayne or Jeezy?
Mm-mm.
You also earlier mentioned a list of recording artists. Have you met any of those names you mentioned?
Yeah, I met Jeezy, I met Face. Me and Face are actually cool. That's my boy, for sure. Solid dude, 100. Absolutely.
How did you meet Jeezy? How did you meet Scarface?
I met Jeezy at the studio. My A&R told him to pull up and listen to some shit. He was cool. Like, shout out Jeezy for sure. And I met Face. My mom's friend knew Face. She used to date Face. So my mom's friend was like, it's this artist from Houston that's dope. I think you should meet him. And Face met me and was like, you hard, nigga, you truth. And we just kind of built a rapport from there.
Now, when it comes to Jeezy, this was after you signed a record deal with Def Jam. And so you're referring to an A&R at Def Jam. But when it comes to Scarface, was this the young Marqus days or was this Marqus Clae days?
This was early Marqus Clae days. I was 16, so I met Face right after I got in a situation with P. We chopped it up for a minute, and from there on, he was just sending him music, just giving me feedback, and just built a rapport. That's my boy though, Face solid.
What's the biggest song so far in your music catalog at this point?
The biggest, I wouldn't say I would say the most popular song I've done is quality over quantity. I feel like I still have potential to make to answer that question. You know what I'm saying, later.
But that song in particular that you just mentioned here, if you recall, was that writing or freestyle punching in at all?
It was both. It was both. Now that song was 50-50 collectively, me writing and freestyling some shit. For sure.
Because you are more writer than freestyle punch in, and this is the most popular song at this point in your career, does this song encourage you to freestyle punch in further or? Okay.
Nah.
Ever had help with your lyrics?
Mm-mm.
Why not? Some recording artists do.
I mean, I'm a pretty independent type of person, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like I can get the job done on my own, you know? I mean, I'm not opposed to, like, if a producer has a hook on the song already, you know, I ain't gonna, let me do my own hook, but I try to stay focused on my shit. I write all my shit.
When it comes to the genre of rap music, is it okay for rappers to have help on their songs?
To each his own.
Anyone ever suggested to you personally, like from someone higher up, for example, an advisor, a consultant, management, record label? Hey, let's get some help with your lyrics, that sort of thing.
Not to my knowledge. You know, niggas say anything behind your back, but not to my knowledge.
Ever helped other recording artists with their lyrics? Something they ask for your help or you volunteer?
I ask. I don't never volunteer like that. Hey, bro, let me help you with your shit. Like, nah, some niggas be in their own mind, but if I'm in the studio and they be like, bro, what you think? What you think you can come up with? I assist for sure.
Ever created a hook for someone?
Yep.
What about a verse?
Yep.
What about an entire song? Something you get song credit for or remain a ghost?
Ghosts. Ghosts, baby.
When it comes to a ghost situation, is that something talked about in advance, or was that just the way the tables turned in that scenario?
The way the tables turn, pretty much.
What'd you think about that?
It is what it is, you know? It ain't gonna stop me from doing what I'm doing.
Is it easier or harder to create for yourself or someone else?
It's easy on both ends, because when you creating for yourself, you want to be the best, you know, that you could be and come up with the dopest shit. And then when you creating for somebody else, you want to get them dope shit as well, you know? So I would say it's a balance.
When it comes to your own personal lyrics, how honest are they?
100%.
Ever wrote or freestyle punched in a lyric so honest it was requested to be removed by someone?
Not yet. Nope.
Have you ever felt any regret or remorse over any of your past lyrics?
Nope. If I'm saying it, if I'm writing it, 10 times out of 10, I thought it through before I wrote it down. So ain't no time for regretting once you get in that booth. Spit that shit, it's over with.